We take it back to January of 1995 as the Alberta Cattle Association and farmers feel a government subsidy won't help them in exporting beef.
The latest edition of the Western Producer has an article about this very controversial issue. It says that the Alberta Cattle Commission believes a whole farm safety net program would hurt business to the United States, our biggest trading partner. Local spokesperson Blake Cherry agrees.
A large part of our market, that being about 42% of our cattle, are exported into the United States. We're constantly under the microscope from the people in the United States, and they're our customer. We're concerned with their concerns. So that's, for the most part, I don't see it as being a plus.
And Cherry says it's not just this subsidy plan that he has a problem with.
Subsidies in general never do an industry much of any good. We end up paying for them. Myself, as a smaller farmer, I'm borrowing money to operate every day, and every subsidy is factored into my operating costs. I am having to borrow money to pay for this subsidy, and that really bothers me.
Besides the Alberta Cattle Commission and the Canadian Cattlemen's Association, the Alberta Cattle Feeders and the Western Stock Growers have all rejected the idea of a whole farm safety net program. But one group, the Cow-Calf Association, has a different opinion.
We're not saying yes or no. We have to have a chance for the ministers to put it forward to us. We have to, the public has to have a look at it, and not some association or commission running off and doing their own thing and saying, yes, the cattle industry doesn't need this. It's very, very serious policy. We have to look at it.
So far, the prairie provinces are still discussing the issue with the federal government. No deadline for a decision has been set.
And in 1999, we take it back to January 26th as Lloydminster looks for a new city council.
I believe council is at a point where experience is important.
Experience is nothing new to Ken Baker. The Lloydminster resident of 33 years held a position on council back in '94. He left to run for the mayor's chair, however, ended up losing a close race. But Baker is back and looking to make a difference.
The infrastructure within our city, the sewer and the water, the roads, fire protection, police protection, those important parts of our community must be maintained and certainly upgraded and kept up with the times.
I want to serve the community better on a different level.
Enter Ken Gillis. The BC native has called Lloydminster home since 1988. He has done countless hours of work for the United Way and for tourism in Lloydminster. After years of service with IBM and owning his own computer company, this candidate feels he has a lot to offer.
As a team builder and a team player, I think I bring those qualities to council. I believe doing the legwork, investigating the issues thoroughly, taking the time. I do have the time to do that now. Through early retirement, you see, I do have the ability to get out there and touch base with people.
I think you're choosing prime, commercial, expensive land to build.
One of the issues that's been hanging over city officials is where to put the new city hall. It's been a sore spot with many downtown businesses for some time. So, what do the candidates think?
We certainly need a new city hall, and it's got to really be investigated and really checked out first before we build it, where it should be built and what design it should be. I think that's really important.
If you move an asset like City Hall to a different location, be it a little east or a little south or wherever the best location is, it does leave, in effect, a void in our community in probably an area that does need more support.
Both Ken and Ken will be campaigning their platforms further this Thursday at Lakeland College as they will talk with students. It will be a chance for both to get their say in before February 10th.
We enjoyed a good life here and have enjoyed a good life here, and our family grew up here, and I think it's important that people give something back to the community, and I think this is one way you can do it.
I also feel like I can make the tough decision when necessary, and I feel strongly that I bring a lot to offer to council and a different approach than perhaps what's there now.
Brian Mudrick, NewsHour.
And that's all we have for this week in Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consort.